Hello and welcome to Mining Review Africa, and today we are speaking to somebody who's no stranger to the Mining Review Africa audience, and that's Anton Lawrence, who's the CEO of Booyco Electronics. And we're talking about some of the challenges in underground mining and how to address these. Anton, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Okay. Now, can you tell me, what are the biggest challenges when installing safety systems in underground projects?
So yeah, I think Booyco started in the underground space, so we've learned quite a few lessons over the last 20 years. And I think the biggest obstacles is always availability of equipment, getting people underground, getting technicians underground, getting the equipment underground, and then interfacing with these machines. And sometimes it's new. And most of the times we get given a very short notice to go and install stuff. But I think generally speaking, just availability of equipment and access to the equipment in the underground space.
Okay. Now, Anton, as you know, technology develops at a rate of knots. How do mining companies typically respond to new safety technologies?
I think if you go back 20 years versus today, there's a much bigger appetite for technology and technology adoption. My sense is an experience with our customers, they're investigating more and investing more into technologies to see how they can improve the environment, production, and obviously, most of all, contribute to zero harm.
Okay. Can you tell me, are there any misconceptions about PDS systems in mining?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. And I think generally speaking, most of the PDS suppliers in the country makes use of different technologies, and there's some technologies that's better suited for specific applications. So as an example, we're one of the few in the world that makes use of low frequency technology, which makes it suitable for trackless mobile equipment. This same technology is not necessarily the best or most suited for track-bound equipment, where you need longer range detection. So PDS is not the silver bullet, it's not a light switch to implement. So the biggest mishap is to really understand the right technology for your specific application and your specific use case.
Okay. Now, Anton, how does Booyco Electronics ensure that its systems comply with mining regulations?
So I think one of the best things that came out of industry over the last 3 or 4 years is the Minerals Council's best practices guideline towards PDS, or now referred to CPS. And in that guideline, it specifically defines the roles and responsibilities of all the stakeholders, from the mine owners, the OEMs, the CXD suppliers. And in there, they've well-defined requirements, both functional, performance, as a guideline, what could be expected from a PDS supplier. So from a Booyco perspective, we try and adopt and adhere to these guidelines as best and as far and as quickly as possible.
Okay. One final question, Anton. Now, I understand that Booyco Electronics recently introduced a new solution for underground mining safety. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, please?
Yeah. So we're quite excited to introduce our missing person location solution to the industry. Like I said, being in the underground space, we understand that. So we've developed a different technology to the PDS, which is a really good support system to the PDS, being fitted to every cap lamp underground, so that we're able to find and locate people when they go missing in the underground environment.
Thank you very much. And Anton, always great to hear your insights. And thank you for joining us on Mining Review Africa today.
Okay, thanks very much. Always a pleasure.